What up, YouTube? It's Piston Slap. We got the DRZ. What are we doing on the DRZ today? Well, I'd talked about how we were doing getting ready for winter, and part of that is this is the bike I'm going to be using for winter. And sorry, I'm a little confused, but anyway, I'm having issues with my DRZ. At first it seemed to be running fine, and now it doesn't want to idle. And of course I've already fiddled with all the little adjustments under the carburetor. It's got the little easy adjust for the air fuel idle air fuel, or fuel air. Anyway, the little screw underneath the carburetor for the air and fuel, or fuel and air. I should know what the hell I'm talking about, but I don't, so you guys might know, but I'm just gonna go with that. So anyway, double check the settings on that guy to make sure it was right. It seemed to be close. I noticed with the air box off and the air filter exposed on this bike that I was getting a bit of a popping through the air filter at idle. So that tells me something is going on at idle. Let's see, wiper blade. I need a wiper blade. I can't see where I'm going. Wiper blade, guys. Yep, just awesome like that. Let's open up some vents, get some air in here. There's people down there probably shooting, so let's go this way. So I don't know, I tuned the air fuel screw, and if I'm saying it wrong, guys, just bear with me. I tuned it so that way the popping didn't seem to be as bad and the bike seemed to idle right. But the problem is now that I got it so it's idling right, and of course you're supposed to make all these adjustments while the bike's all warmed up, which I did. I wanted to add into that, the gearbox on this bike is kind of stubborn. And when I say stubborn, it seems like when it's loaded up, it doesn't want to switch between gears. It wants to hold that gear, and you kind of have to hit the throttle, let off the throttle, and kind of let the chain like pull tension off of something inside. It looks like something's got some wear inside the gearbox, and it just doesn't want to come out of gear. Other than that, the bike seems to be pretty well rounded as far as what I want to do with it. All the reviews that I read on it and all the videos I watched of people riding them, it does every bit of it, guys. All you need is someone crazy enough to ride one, depending on how you want to ride. Went to the market, actually that's why I'm out. Went to the market to get some sour cream for the wife for dinner. And this is not the main road in my town to the market, if you're wondering. This is actually just a little hillside behind my house. That's rougher than shit. Look at all these rocks. Whew. We'll wreck up here, skin you alive. We're gonna do a little walk around the bike for those of you that haven't seen a DRZ. For those of you who have, wow, look at all that riding area down there. See, it's idling fine right now, fine-ish, and it's still in gear. Recluse clutch, make you think it's in gear or in neutral. Second, first. I'm a newbie. Hey, okay. So the bike seems to be operating normal. So anyway, there's my DRZ, guys. Haven't done a walk around of it. Did put the Tusk street legal kit on it. It had a street legal kit, but I wasn't happy with it. So I wanted something a little bit cleaner and more functional. Rear tire, to me, in my opinion, is shot. I don't know much about dirt tires, but compared to what it looked like when it was new. This is my license plate. I'll blur that out for you guys. Not that it matters. It's pretty clean. Actually, I just had it at the work and cleaned it all up and everything. You know, a clean DRZ is an unhappy DRZ, in my opinion. Maybe that's why it doesn't idle so well. But the year, it's a 2003. I talked a little bit about it here, but we'll put it all together in this video. So I had a 2007 Honda TRX 450 ER, so it was electric start race version. And it was nice and everything, but I wanted something I could ride from here in Kuna, which this is Kuna right here, guys. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but just down this and where it turns green, there's a little city here. But there's mountains way over on the other side, and I don't know if you can see them, but it's kind of cloudy today. The mountains, Boise, there's Boise and then like Bogus Basin, and I don't know the name of the mountains. I'm new here still, so. But anyway, I like to do a lot of my riding up over there. There's mountains over here. There's a city called, or a town called Silver City. I'd like to go check out some riding over there. And there's some good riding over there. I'm basically in a giant square, because if you just head up over this, there's another paved road. But talk about the bike a little bit, what I know for add-ons. Let's go ahead and decide I didn't want it. It's got the Bark Busters. I don't know what brand it says. Mayer, I think is what it's called, plastics. But it's got nice heavy aluminum, seems pretty cool. It's got the Endurance Voyager, I think it is, that makes it. Trail Tech is who makes it. Endurance is the model. I've been having issues with it where it'll just all of a sudden switch to kilometers. I don't know why. It's got the accessory kickstart. This model didn't come with a kickstart, it was electric start only. So the owner put those on, the original owner. I don't know if the original owner did all of it, but whatever. Case savers on each side. CFC is what's engraved in it. I had a scent, I think it's called Duval or something like that. Radiator Guards, but they weren't for this bike. But the guy I bought it from or traded for it, he goes, oh yeah, they're for the bike, but they look like they're for a CR or something like that. It's got a bash plate. What else? Big gun exhaust all the way to the front, all aftermarket, all the way up into the header. Pro Moto Billet rack, which I've already had to get screws. I called Pro Moto Billet, and this is what they send me. That. And of course I need the spacers, so I'm going to be getting over to the hardware store and getting some matching fasteners, because that's not right. And that kind of bothers me. I got the pea shooter inside the big gun. Originally it was really loud. Oh, and I got the spark arrestor. Some of you tree huggers out there are worried about it. Yes, the spark arrestor is in there, so I don't set shit on fire. Let's see, the turn signals. This was part of that Tusk kit. The turn signals were. It's got an aftermarket battery. I don't know which one, but I need to keep it charged because it's having issues starting. Air filter, I believe, is stock. It does have the 3x3 mod in it. I don't know the jetting on the carburetor, which I should. Another Tusk thing that I put on. Oh, what else? What else? Okay, so the guy gave me the stock exhaust system. He gave me some kind of rack that mounts to these bolts up here, the lower, oh, you know, called triple clamp or whatever the hell it's called. Anyway, it's a rack that goes out here to put stuff on. The only problem I have with that rack is it looks like if you wrecked it and impale you if you hit it. I have the desert tank for it. Haven't put it on yet because I haven't really found a need for it. But Colorado Dual Sport swears up and down by it. Mr. Duff Factor didn't put it on Everride's bike, even though Everride bought one. He said it added a lot of top weight to the bike. I don't know. So I got that. Recluse clutch, which you guys saw me fiddling with. That's kind of nice when you get into the trails, really tight trails. You know, so I haven't done a single track, but I've done some pretty nasty, you know, trail that went off the side of the mountain and came back up, didn't go anywhere. That worked out really good. So you know, if you come to a stop, it actually kind of disengages and then re-engages your clutch for you, so you don't have to sit there and get arm pump working your clutch, you know, on and off. Other than that, guys, this is my my DRZ. It's my winter bike. Hopefully, if I can get that carburation issue straightened out and check my compression, spark plug, all that, make sure my air fuel mixtures are right. Do the mad scientist thing to it because I want it to be reliable. I don't care for the gearing. The stock gearing on this bike, in my personal opinion, sucks. And the reason I say that, well, I mean, it's great for if you're like, you know, cruising really tight technical trails. This stuff out here, I'm kind of a desert guy. I kind of like to go fast, so when I wreck, I rip off my limbs and stuff like that. What it's got on it now is I changed it. It had a 14 on it in the front. I put a 15, and then the rear, I believe, is a 37 or a 38 or something, or no, it's bigger than that. I think it's in the 40s. I think it's a 47. It says on there, but I'm not gonna mess with it. Just take my word for it. It's a stock rear sprocket for the DRZ400E for an 03. I looked at the Supermoto and the S model. There's an S model, E model, and there's K. Anyway, I think I'm gonna drop the rear down to like a 40. It'd have to be 47 because I want to drop it to like a 44. That way I can lower my RPMs when I'm out cruising to the mountains, because that mountain's like 60 miles that way, that one's 30-40 miles that way, and it's mainly a lot of backcountry highways at, you know, 50-60 mile an hour. And this thing, when you're in high gear at 50 miles an hour, you're not revving the piss out of it, but man, it can't be good. But anyway, guys, that's what I got for you today. Welcome to Kuna, Idaho. I'm Piston Slap. Have a great day.